dying to live.
Yo, what's good with y'all? It's your boy MIKEBEATZZZ here, and I hope everyone is doing well today. So, Mexikodro has been on a crazy run for a few months now. He has been dropping crazy songs like No Day or Marta, Ain't Wearing Hellstar, putting off first a few layers and then some like crazy drums and sound effects and all. But yeah, I'ma break all that stuff down today, so yeah, stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on IG at MIKEBEATZZZ_, really fire stuff. I'll be posting all my reels there, you know. I just posted one reel. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into this beat, so let's get it. So starting off with the BPM, we are at 140 ppm, and let's go with the analog lab. Yeah, so I pulled up analog lab with these keys, regrets preset. This from one of Kavi's analog lab banks, and the pattern is like really simple, like these dotted notes and a little bass line going on right here, and then this top note right here. I'll just play this and explain it to y'all. So yeah. So yeah, as you can see, going a little bit, you know, with the little bit with Beethoven style. I was really like inspired by Beethoven, and I am like all my beats, like most of my beats, are really like inspired by Beethoven, and this piano specifically I want to make something Beethoven, something like that. But yes, so yeah, starting off with basic C sharp minor chord. So this is a basic C sharp minor. Take that off. This is a basic C sharp minor chord. So I deleted the E and I duplicated the C sharp on top of that. So now it's like this. Basically what I did, I started off with the one chord, then I put again a C sharp note down, and then I just kind of randomly, you know, went and listened, okay, what could sound good on this pattern, and all the like different every note basically came together at the end, like just perfectly. And yeah, if I remember correctly, I didn't start off with the low note. I started off with like these notes right here, and then I just duplicated them, did some stuff, deleted some notes and made it the bass line. Then I went over to the wrench tool, press the randomize button, and you know, then I messed with the velocities a bit, as you can see, so it sounds like a realistic piano, you know what I'm saying. And then I strummed it to go here, strum, mess with this note. So I strummed it, did all that, sounds great. On them analog lab, not crazy, it's just a fruity parametric EQ2 on the mixer. There I just cut out the lows as usual, and I boost the highs, then I cut out these frequencies right here, some cool stuff. But yeah, that's the first analog lab piano. So usually if I want something cool, like I'd say 80% time I start off with piano, just cause with piano it's easy to get the melody down and then switch the sound and move on with the beat. Now the next sound, this key one, this is from the upcoming Dying to Live multi-kit. This key right here, one of my favorite keys from the kit. And here, as you can see, simple pattern. Started off with the C sharp minor chord, pretty basic. Then I went up to D and put A on top, and then I repeated that again and again. And on the second bar I took out the D and A. That just copied it too. So just so simple, man. And yeah, that's like a little sparkling like keypad thing, you know. I don't even know, I mean, I can't remember how I created that specific key, but it was like layering a bunch of like pads, keys, bells, something like that, and then just modifying all that, putting some crazy plugins and all that stuff. So yeah, on the key I have fruity parametric EQ2, boosting highs, you know, basic stuff, putting fruity delay 3. Now here I have the wet knob at 68%, the feedback level at 66, the cutoff knob at like this 6700 Hz, and yeah, the time is at 2:0 right there. So yeah, copy these settings if you want. Not crazy with the delay, I went pretty basic. Like you can really hear the delay add much more to the original sound, makes it more like wet and like flow. It just flows better, you know. That's a cool little key. But yeah, that key is going to be on the upcoming kit, so stay tuned stay tuned for that. The kit is almost done. I mean, I just gotta make the portal bank, and then it's done, you know, done. And the portal bank, even that's like missing just only a few presets, so not that much. So dropping soon, hopefully. And then I have the trap bell. But yeah, this trap bell, I wanted to make like some Gucci Mane stuff with this. So I really went with some catchy trap bell melody. I really thought, okay, what would sound catchy? So yeah, a catchy trap bell melody, yeah, just stuff like that. On the bell I have Fruity Reverb 2. Now here, this is a classic reverb that I've been using for in most of my videos, you know. You can see it's the stock FL reverb plugin, and here I have put up the low cut and the high cut. And the wet knob is almost at like, I mean, it's at 55%. So yeah, that's the reverb. The EQ, that's just basic high boosting, and down here too, it's again more boosting. Usually what I do is when I have the whole melody, I get them together like this. So hold shift and drag, then Control L, they go to this mixer, and then I, you know, in most of my beats, the first thing that I do is I mess with the little EQ down here. So I little bit boost the high end. That gives me more like, okay, do I really need to boost the high end or not? Like, it's like an indicator, tells me like what should I do. So yeah, that's too much high end right there, so just keep it like right there. I mess with these usually, it gives me a clear indicator. I'm like, okay, where should I go with this sound? But yeah, damn, my back is itching. But yeah, moving on. Now the brass, you know, we gotta add the brass. So the brass is, yeah, the trap bell is from the multi-kit, but yeah, back to the brass. The brass one shot is from the multi-kit also. Let me preview just a bit. So here are the brasses. All these brasses I modified, made from scratch, either made from scratch or modified, but nothing is recycled, you know. Yeah, fire brasses. Yeah, it's just too fire, man. And this is like, you know, supposed to be a lower brass. I layered a few brasses with the sound, as you can see. The most noticeable one, I mean the most noticeable brass you can hear here on this is the Dirty South brass used in many 2010 hits. Yeah, a simple brass pattern, notes doubled on top of each other, and you know, basic goes from C sharp to D, you know, the dun, dun, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, like a mean sounding brass, and of course there I have cut the lows right here. And only thing that I did with sound is cut the lows at like this 160 Hz range. Somewhere right here I cut the lows. Just important to cut the lows. Because if I play it with the 808, like, you know. So, you know, it sounds like just muddy and way off, all that bullshit. You don't want that shit in your beats. So put that low end in your brass, makes everything just so much clearer. And if you want the brass to have low end in the parts where the 808 isn't playing, just go here, go to the mixer, go to the knob, right click this, create automation clip, and bada bing bada boom, you have a motherfucking automation clip for yourself. So yeah, that's the brass with the EQ. Now moving to the second brass with the like the melody, the high note, high brass. You know, so that's fire, that just only plays on the first half of the hook. So this is the hook, complete 16 bars, and the high brass plays here and the trap bells plays right there. So it's kind of a call and response thing where something plays first and second, like other sound that plays after that. So kind of a, you know, the hook has two sections which I really like. And as you all heard on the brass, there was a like kind of harsh EQ, but not that harsh. I mean, yeah, but there the most noticeable thing was this Fruity Reverb 2 that has this wet knob at 61%, boosted the high cut and the low cut. Then decay is at almost 6 seconds, so it's like 5.9. The damp cross, I mess with all the knobs basically. And yeah, here again the down EQ, I mess with this too. Yeah, so those are all the like MIDI patterns, all the patterns with sounds, one shots, plugins, all that shit. So those are all the MIDI patterns. So now I'm gonna play all those together. So yeah, as you heard, the Traveler Brass and the Trap Bell, those play at different times. Now we are moving on to the phrases and the like leads stuff, what I should call it, I don't know. But yeah, the first one is this phrase from the upcoming Dying to Live multi-kit, the phrase 29, 156 BPM F minor. So yeah, this one, that specific sound that's made by Low-Key from Dying to Live. So that phrase, that's by Dying to Live. That's by Low-Key, and that, you know, I pitched that down to C sharp, the beats in C sharp, and I basically stretch it and like put it like on time so it sounds good with the beat. So that's that. So you know, that's really fire, you know, all that. Then I have this lead right here. I made it like that, so it's like a Roman numerals, as you can see. Let's go to this lead section. So here, as you can see, here are the leads, and you know, they are all on like Roman numerals, all those sounds. And that's the lead 7. Yeah, that's 7, lead 7, and that's like little modified growling, pulsating, I don't even know what to call it, but you know, all that stuff. That's a like lead automation lead. Right now I'm gonna play a bit of the melody, and after that we are going to the hard ass drums. So yeah, let's just move on to the drums. On the drums, I started off with open hat / crash. This crash hood reach, I didn't completely made it, I modified it. I added some open hats, all that kind of stuff to fit in there. Yeah, the hood reach open hat, I mean crash, you know, and you know, put it to mixer. The second open hat is this festy open hat. This kind of like, it almost like hurts your ears, but it don't. Made it like that, so it's supposed to be a little different open, and it plays on C4, so pretty low on the piano roll. And you know, it plays at the same time as the yeah, no, I mean nothing, I was wrong. I was gonna say it plays at the same time as the second snare, but it actually don't. The snare plays here, the open hat plays here, so it's kind of, you know, gives it more bounce. Yeah, when I play the beat at the end, y'all gonna hear how far it's up. So yeah, put it to mixer, nothing there. I just leveled it a bit. The last open hat is this Fortune open hat from the kit. Here are all the open hats. This, it's just so good. You know, all that, I messed with the velocities, as you can see, so creates even more bounce. And yeah, I'm gonna just play all the 3 open hats together like this, so y'all can hear the bounce already. When I had all that laid down, I wanted to go straight to the clap. So the clap spaz, this one, little D-Rich modified one, really far clap actually, I really like this one. So you know, all that, and again with the velocity, put it down just a bit, like create more like I guess ear candy or some, just to make it sound cooler and all. That's what I usually do with hi-hats, claps, snares, open hats. Let's move on to the 808. Now this 808 Richie 2, oops, that's the clap, that's not the 808, that's the clap. This is the 808. Richie 808. As you can hear, there's a little bit of the modification of the like Say 808, the D-Rich 808, the ESPN 808, so this sauce do this, so delay down, attack down, hold all the way up, decay down, sustain down, release down, the tension at -79%. Now the slap a hi-hat. This hi-hat right here, and not much to say about the hi-hat actually. One thing about this hi-hat pattern though is that it stops at the same time as the 808. So the 808 stops right here, like at this note probably. Let's just check. Yo, so yeah, so the 808 stops right here and the hi-hat stops right here also. So the hi-hat doesn't play again at here. So it has this kind of little pause. The beat has this little pause and then it continues over the next pattern, and the same at the end of the 8 bars. Right here I had the box, lower Z, you know, the classic trap chant, everybody has heard that in their life. And that lower Z, that plays at the end of the 4 bars, and then I copied it over and then it again plays at the end of the 8 bars. So yeah, that one, that's just a one of those sounds that just randomly plays in the beat. I didn't really even need that. Yeah, so all that. Yeah, those are all the drums. Now I just wanna show y'all this hit right here. I have few hits there, all like brass hits, bell hits, all that kind of stuff, and it basically plays almost like the same pattern as the like traveler bass. So it goes up to D from the C sharp. You know, and when it's a trap beat, you gotta add those bells or some brass hits. Let's go to the SFX. I have this FX Link 3. That one from the FX section from the multi-kit, and then the FX bullet drop. This is the whole beat, man. Kinda tired, but you know, we gonna keep grinding, we gonna keep going, you know. So this is how you make beats for Mexikodro. Something like No Date, something like Marte. I thank y'all for watching this video. I hope y'all learned how to make these hard trap beats. I hope y'all learned a trick or two. I hope y'all learned something new that you didn't probably knew before. Go follow me on IG at MIKEBEATZZZ_. See y'all next time. Remember, put God first. God is great. Yeah, see y'all next time. Peace. Dying to live.